series, close out games. He is a franchise caliber defensive end, and they're going to need him.
All right, we're watching Penn State run out on the field right now. I hate that we can't have the audio in here. But that's just the way that it is. Stop! I'm trying to watch it. All right, we're good. We're good. Oh, they're showing that they're comparing Ashton Genty to Emmitt Smith right now on the broadcast. That's pretty solid. What's up, TYZ? How's it going, man? Who are you rooting for tonight? Trying to see if they can give us a good shot of the crowd here, because it looked like there was a good turnout in general. Sweet. I feel good about this. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do feel good about it. I do feel good about it. Let's go. You got to root for your Lions. Hey, listen, that's okay. I'm not going to I have no hard feelings towards anybody that wants to root for Penn State tonight. What is your score prediction, TYZ? Just out of curiosity. Chris, I'm not gonna lie. I think I figured out your name like 2 weeks ago. Not to scare you, but I might have done that. Let's go G5. Yeah, so tonight is an important game. Obviously. Let me tweet out the link to this real quick, okay? Where is the freaking exclamation point? All right. All right. Okay. 30-27 Penn State. You know what? That's not horrible. That's I feel like that's a more reasonable one than what I have seen so far. Okay. So, Josh, how's it going, man? How's it going? Here's what is on the table, and I do have NCAA football or college football 25 pulled up. If I in between TV timeouts and something like that, if we just want to play around a little bit. Let me go ahead and get these teams lined up here. We're gonna go Where is it? Orange, white. No. They're wearing blue, white, orange. Blue, white, orange is what they've got on. Penn State has on their blue. All right. What's up, Queso? How's it going? Everybody, give me your score predictions. I've got the Skycast, which is on ESPNU. I've got that on because I think that is going to be better than listening to the actual commentary. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. But listen, tonight's a big game for a lot of reasons. I think obviously, you know, we want to see Boise State be successful. That's who I am cheering for tonight. I think it's going to be a close game. My final score prediction is 33-28. But I think what's at stake here is a bigger discussion in college football. And that is that the result of tonight's game is going to weigh a lot into the future access for the college football playoff for not only the group of 5 schools, but I also think for teams like Clemson this year, teams like Arizona State that kind of were not in the top 12 that found their way in. I think this game is important for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, the group of 5 access. And it looks like we are getting really close to kickoff here in this game. Boise State is going to receive the opening kickoff. Nathan, how's it going? Queso, what's up, man? I saw you reply back to me, but now that I've started it, it is what it is, you know? All right. I switched over to OBS. On Streamlabs, you can just multi-stream, but I guess you have to have a plugin on OBS, and I wasn't prepared for that. But that's okay. Yeah, classic blue, white, and orange for Boise State. Here's the kickoff. I don't know where you guys are at in the stream, but for me, it just kicked off. So here we go. I disagree. Hey, TYZ, I actually think Notre Dame is going to beat Georgia because Carson Beck is not playing. That's kind of what I see happening, to be honest with you. Maybe that's crazy, but that is what I see happening. All right, here we go. First drive of the game. Oh, they're getting fancy with it. Genty's standing back there. All right. Yeah, so first run of the game, I don't know that Genty even got a yard there. He did not. So that's going to be the thing that you really have to look out for tonight if you are Boise State or if you're a Penn State fan. Regardless, if Genty cannot average 4 to 5 yards per carry on this defense, I think that it could be a long night for Boise. But I think he'll get there, and it might be something where you see him start to break out more runs as the game, more longer runs as the game goes on. Good play there. That's a first down thrown to Strawn. Madsen's the other key factor here. I actually think that the pass offense and defense for Boise is going to be the difference maker because Madsen's going to have to step up and make them kind of respect him a little bit tonight. And then on defense, Boise cannot give up the big plays that they've been prone to giving up this year. So he's got to get going in the passing game to keep this one interesting. But as you can see, I mean, I also don't like, if you're Boise and you're not going to break it out to the outside with Genty, I don't really understand why you are running such a tight formation right now and allowing them to keep that many people in the box, because you know Genty is averaging like 6+ per carry when there's 8 people or less in the box. So why are you running such a tight formation? I don't know. Because they really never run a stretch play with him. It's usually right up the gut. And I feel like you need more of a spread out approach if you're going to keep that gap open there in the middle. 2nd down and 7, where I'm at least. Did he catch that? Let's go. Who was that? Lauder? Matt Lauder with the reception right there. Good pass for Madsen. The Skycast cam is a little bit off. Hurry up offense here for Boise. It's going to be another pass unless this is a replay. No, it's not. It's hard to tell. All right. They are making... This is good. They're making Penn State respect the pass a little bit. Who do you got winning tomorrow in all the games? Good question. I think Ohio State's going to get the better of Oregon tomorrow. Close one, but I do think Ohio State's going to win. I've got Texas beating Arizona State and Notre Dame beating Georgia. So as of right now, actually, in my bracket that I filled out, everything for the most part is still alive. I have Texas winning it all, and I don't know. I don't feel good about that anymore. I probably would change my mind now. I think the national championship game, you're probably looking at the winner of Oregon-Ohio State in the national championship game from that side. This side is wide open, in all honesty. I think Penn State can beat Notre Dame. I think Boise can beat Notre Dame. I think Boise and Penn State can both beat Georgia. I think Notre Dame can beat Georgia. So I think this side of the bracket is wide open. The other side, it feels like not so much. 3rd down and 7. Quick pass out to Genty and, breaks one tackle. This is what he does. Come on. I don't think he got there. Close. It's 4th down. And they didn't even bring the field goal unit on. You know what, though? Good effort there to fight for the extra yardage. I'm going to switch. I think I'm going to switch cams here in a second. I'm just not a fan of this cam ring. Did he block that? I couldn't see what happened there. But I can see that he missed. Well, I don't know. Did it get blocked or did he just miss it? Missed that. I didn't see what happened there. Now I'm watching a Nick Saban Verbo commercial. Yeah, that's not an ideal start. I switched over to the broadcast just in time to hear the broadcasters saying, "That's just the start you want if you're Penn State." Dustin says, "Bet we could have beat Bama this year." D-Rob. I don't know about that. Maybe. He shanked it. Hey, nerves. You gotta be able to score in those situations, though. It's definitely one where if you're the underdog, which in this case you are, you gotta put points on the board first. So this is a big defensive possession, right? Noah says Dalmas never misses. Yeah. He's not known to. He's got a good leg on him. I was a little bit... That's why I thought it might have been blocked. I couldn't tell from the sky cam what happened because it was looking at it like from the right side. So... Well, while we're on a commercial break, let's just switch over here real quick and get some college football 25 going. See, on here they got Genty returning kickoffs. They would never let him do that. I think that they would let Genty do that today if absolutely necessary. Might come back to haunt him. Yeah, that was a big momentum swing right there for Penn State, obviously. Oh, I didn't change the stadium to the Fiesta Bowl. Gosh darn it. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Don't have a choice. Yeah, that's an unfortunate way to start the game if you're Boise, but I mean, seriously though, what we've seen today is that the committee got it right with the teams that they put in. Alabama, South Carolina both lost, and I don't think that Duke is going to beat Ole Miss, but it would be funny if they did. All right, Penn State offense is on the field. Good stop there for Boise. Well, I haven't seen a full pan of the crowd yet. How many people are there from each team? Kind of. What are we looking at from that perspective? Will our basketball team ever win an away game? Probably not. We're having a rough season. All right, 2nd down and 8. Pass right there. Penn State, okay, Penn State doesn't have their names on the back of their jerseys. That's not very helpful. All right. We're looking at a 3rd down here. You know, one of the things that was mentioned on Twitter is that Boise State does not have much of a pass rush, which, listen, I think that what was meant was they don't have a 4-man pass rush, but what they do well is they blitz well, and they like to put pressure on the quarterback that way. 3rd down here, and he breaks that out for about 8 or 9 yards for the 1st down. Yeah, if Miami didn't lose to Syracuse, that would have made things interesting for the ACC in the playoffs. Cam Ward would have been nice to have in there. Ooh. I'm not sure who made that tackle right there, but 10 was about to bust that one out for a big gain. You see what I mean? Like, I really don't like what Boise did on offense on the first drive with Genty. I feel like they kept things so tight. Penn State, you were allowing Penn State to stack the box. I don't like that. I really feel like they need to spread it out a little bit. Uh-oh. Big gain for Penn State. 1st down to the 20-yard line. Okay, so Penn State fans are wearing white, and Boise's wearing orange. I guess neither team wanted to confuse the other one with the blue. All right, need a red zone stop here. Field goal. You can live with a field goal. You might get lucky, and they'll shank it as well. Even if they score a touchdown, not the end of the world. You just have to respond. Come on, guys. You can't let them run like that all night. Second and 10. Second down and 10. You know, they got to stop in this situation against UNLV in the Mountain West Championship game. This is a pass play right here. I think he got that. They're saying touchdown Penn State. I think he had his foot in probably. Was that Warren? Yeah, that was Warren. Bad coverage. Yeah, I could tell when I couldn't see the tight end on the play, but the way that Drew Aller just kind of threw that ball so confidently, I figured he had a guy open. Great awareness, honestly, from Warren to keep his foot in right there. That was great positioning for me. Yep, that's touchdown. Making that missed field goal look a little bit worse. Just made some money off. Oh, man. I didn't have Warren scoring the first touchdown for Penn State. I had somebody else. Some wide receiver. Didn't work out for me. All right. I fixed it. We're now in the Fiesta Bowl. You feel awful watching that. Watching what? That touchdown. That was a really good catch. Like his positioning, just the fact that he was able to stay aware of where he was at on that play, was actually pretty impressive. It's all right. You just got to respond. You can't get behind by 14 here. You need at least a field goal. And the defense is going to have to tighten up on the ground. You know, if you're going to give up passes, you got to at least tighten up on the ground a little bit. They're showing all the first round scores right now. Penn State beating SMU 38-10. I don't think there's any way that this game ends up like that. Ohio State 42-17 over Tennessee. Couple of 30-plus point blowouts that I just don't think that we're going to see this week. Even in the Texas-Arizona State game, I don't think we're going to see that. All right, we're back. Caples taking the ball out to about the 24-25 yard line. Did they just go straight back to it? They just went right back to a commercial after the freaking kickoff. What the heck? Dude, TV is ruining crap. The Verbo Fiesta Bowl. They do. I hate that, Josh. I hate it when they do that crap. See, but this is what I want to see right here from Boise, okay? They need to spread the ball out a little bit more. If they're going to... it's not letting me take a screenshot like this, but this is what... Actually, it will if I use my snipping tool on my computer. This is what you want to see right here. You want to spread them out a little bit, give Genty some room to work. You don't want them to be bunched up and able to stack the box like that. BRB, I tweeted that a second ago. Maybe Dirk Ketter or whatever his freaking name is will be... Yeah, they just need to spread out. They need to run more of a spread offense if they're going to run the football today. I don't think they can keep going with the under center, single man in the backfield, bunch formation. This is what they're doing right here, okay? This is what they're doing, and unlike in the game right now that we're watching in real life, they're a little bit... Penn State's defense is more spread out right here in College Football 25, but in the actual game on that first drive, they were much more tight over top of the center, and Boise State was running the football anyways. So I just don't think they can do that. Ah! All right, we're back. We're back. Cincy tackled for a loss on the play. Barry Sanders is cheering on Ashton Gency to break the record tonight. Not a good start there. I missed that for the formation they were in on that play right there. That was just bad blocking from the offensive line. All right, see what we got here. Shotgun formation. They're asking Madsen to throw the football. Yeah, they're gonna call holding on. Looks like Casey right there. Oh, they declined the penalty. All right. I think they called that penalty on the wrong person. I think that penalty should have been on 66 and not 70. Yeah. Yeah, they called that on the wrong player for sure. So 3rd down and 12. Madsen, what are you doing, buddy? All right. Boise's defense is going to have to step up on this next drive right here. Need a big punt from the Aussie. Yeah, Madsen kind of gave up on that play early, I feel like. All start. All right, Boise, y'all need to settle down a little bit. All right, just settle down. It's okay. It's all right. Just chill out. It's gonna be okay. Settle down, guys. All right. That's a good field position for Penn State. I assume we're gonna go back to a commercial here. Yeah. All right. Back to commercial break. Let's go do some. Go be better here. Oh, followed it backwards. Uh-oh. Drink. Good tackle, son. Yep. Someone make me feel okay. Yeah, Boise needs to settle down, Noah. They need to settle down a little bit. They need the missed field goal was a big momentum swing. They need something to swing back in their favor. Obviously not ideal. But also they like Dirk, how do you say Ketter's last? Is it Dirk Ketter, Noah, the offensive coordinator? I feel like he has totally he's not impressing me right now. Feels like they've abandoned Genty's running a little bit. They're relying a little bit too much on the pass. And that's because they're not running a spread offense where Genty actually has space to run. They're running in a bunch formation. I just feel like Dirk Cutter. Okay, Cutter. And again, you know, I think he said before he doesn't really I don't think have too much faith in the receivers to block on the outside if you were to run more of a stretch play. But if you're going to run in between the tackles, you got to spread them out. You cannot let them have their linebackers between the hashes on every single run play. That's my opinion. And I think it's the right one. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or even if you're going to run a play action pass on a play where you've got a stacked box, it still makes it a lot easier to get pressure on Madsen. I don't like the formations that they've been in. It's not even that it's being obvious. It's just like this formation right here is one that they have been in, okay? And it's like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys right there. And I'm going to pause this because we're back now, but it just makes it too easy to get a stop. Speaking of stops, Boise needs to get one. They almost got a sack on a 4-man rush right there. You got me on mute. Ah, well, that's fair. You know what you could do is go back, unmute me, but go back like 30 seconds or however long you need to get me synced up. And then there you go. Big brains right there. First down and 10, 4:11 left in the first quarter is where I am at. Penn State leads 7-0. They are on the 44-yard line. And off to Allen again, it looks like. They cannot let him get 5 yards per carry tonight. Good throw. Drew Aller is shutting me up right now. That was a great throw. Because frankly, I'm not impressed with him as a quarterback, but he's made, on his 2 touchdown passes, they have been fantastic throws. I think that's a catch. Ball was moving a little bit, but I think he re-secured it and got his knees in bounds. So that's a catch right there. Bro, I'm yellow? What does that mean? Oh, your yellow jacket. I got you. I got you. I'm trying to move the score around a little bit. There we go. All right. Gonna have to turn this one around. Penn State, they have the best path. Come on, Boise. Yeah. No, Penn, I honestly, and I don't think that I will stand on what I have said all year, that Penn State has not looked impressive during the regular season. Their best game, their most complete game that they played was last week against SMU. Okay? That was the first impressive, for me, the first impressive showing that they've had all season. So far, they're playing well tonight. And that's kind of what I was saying with Drew Aller, is I don't really feel like he showed himself to be an elite passer during the season. But his ball placement on those couple of plays right there was perfect. To see right now, Penn State, what do they have? 8 guys? Jinty, go baby. Go baby. Good run there from Jinty. That's what I'm saying. They didn't just run it straight up the middle with an under center snap. Cannot do that against Penn State. Can't do that against most teams. But you can't do that against Penn State. You gotta mix it up with the blocking schemes a little bit, and you have to run it. Okay, now we got T. Crow in the game. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 guys within 5 yards of the box. I just don't like the play calling. What? What? Oh, Genty, no. Wow. Wow. Was he actually inbounds when he caught that, though? Or was he was kind of on the way up. What a punch. Wow. Wow. I'm a little surprised they didn't review that play, to be honest with you. But oh, let's go! Let's go! Boom! Let's go! Drew, if you guys don't know, if you're not watching the game, Drew Aller just fumbled the ball on the handoff, it looks like, and Oladipo recovered it. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. That's massive. Go, 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 go. Let's go. First down. I want to score before the end of the first quarter. I want a score before the end of the first quarter here, guys. All right, here we go. They've got under center. Look at this. Penn State has 10 guys in the box. 10. What are we doing? Horrible play call. Horrible. I don't understand the play calling. Yeah, you cannot keep running up the middle. You've got to be more creative. All right, third down and 11 from midfield after the TV timeout. All right. Back to our game. Like I just want to see some more creativity out of shotgun formation. That's all I want. Do not like the play calling so far. Oh That's not good. That is not good. It's okay. It's all right. Only 7 points. All right, guys. Thoughts after the first quarter. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Obviously not the ideal start for Boise. Before the fumble, we saw Genty starting to wake up a little bit there. So maybe whatever you were doing on that drive, do it again. And let Matson get going. Listen, if Penn State's going to give you the short passing game because they don't want you to have the run game, take it. You know what I mean? You've got athletes on offense at wide receiver to be able to make the plays. Oh, the ref got... Hey, the ref! The ref got in my way. All right, game's back. Game's back. Game's back. Get rid of it, Maddox. That was a dangerous throw. Wait, did Lane Kiffin say something? Lane Kiffin is cheering for Penn State in this game. That's crazy, dude. Oh my goodness. I wish he would shut up. That's insane. Wow. I hope Duke beats Ole Miss. That's crazy. All right. Come on, defense. First down and 10 from the 10-yard line for Penn State. Keeper from Drew Aller. Yeah, that's a bold decision to run another read option after he fumbled it on the last play. Good stop there, though. Also, guys, if you guys want to hop in VC and just talk to one another, maybe you already are because I'm deafened in there, but it doesn't look like you are. If you're in the Discord, you just want to chat about the game, you're more than welcome to. Oh, you got to make that tackle. You've got to make that tackle. What was that? Third down and 3. Come on. Stop. It's a fake play. What is this? A trick play. Penn State is out here on 3rd and 3 running trick plays, guys. All right, 4th and 3. They're going to punt the football. Go, baby, go. Let's go. Good. Good return to midfield, baby. Who was that? All right. Off to another TV timeout, which means we're back to College Football 25. Good field position. Hey, Boise's, I feel like the defense is starting to put together some stops here. So that's good. Now the offense just needs to get settled in, get Genty going. Without running the ball up the middle every freaking play like I just did. If they're going to make you win without Genty, do it, you know? I have seen enough from Boise this year to know that they're not fully relying on him. They just need him to break out some big plays throughout the game, but you don't have to force feed it to him the way that you were half the season when you didn't have any backup running backs of it. I do think Boise probably should have gone for it on that first drive. Whenever it was 4th and 3 instead of kicking that field goal. Probably should have gone for it there in hindsight. No. Good stop. Good stop. I'm hoping that Penn State regrets running the trick play and doing stupid crap on the last drive. Ooh, yeet. All right, we're down 14-0 in this one as well. Uh-oh. Oh, he just hit the Heisman. All right, we're back. Genty's averaging 2.5 right now per carry. Obviously, that's been a cup. He's busted out a couple of big ones. He fumbled on the one. You've got to stop running the ball predictably. If you're gonna use Genty, you have got to stop being predictable. This is a bit more of a spread formation here. Of course, they bring him in motion. Good run. Good run. I think Genty picked up about 6 on that play. That's all you need from him this game. He can average 3.5, 4 yards per carry, and then if he gets every set of downs a nice 5-yard carry or something like that, I feel like you can live with that. 2nd and 4. Genty in the pass game. Let's go. Shove him off, son. See? Look, this is how hard would it have been to start out this way? Start out with creativity. That way you don't get down 14-0. Good play. Good play call. Good run. 6-yard carry there from Genty on first down. I mean, listen, if you can get 6 yards running it under center, by all means do it. It's just I feel like it's still too predictable. And I don't like it. But if that's what you've been doing all season and it's your bread and butter and you can succeed in blocking their defensive line. All right. Genty just fumbled again. That's okay. Dude, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, good hit there by 15 to knock the ball out. Look, he's just he's putting the team on his back right now. He's just putting in the extra effort and wasn't protecting the ball as well. Dubar's in the game. Dude, we have not seen these backup running backs all season. It's nice to have a break and get some guys back healthy. Oh, good tackle. 15. Who's 15 for Penn State? He's pretty athletic. That was a great adjustment by him. Madsen needed to sell that keeper a little bit more, I think. Good. I mean, great tackle. All right. Good play. Good play, Louder. Good play. The Penn State dance team or whoever that was does not look very enthusiastic. They don't look like they're having the best time in the world. All right, Genty's back in. To me, this is 3rd down and 2. This is, to me, touchdown. T-Crow! Bum, 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 bum. See, you guys just hear silence and then me. I don't love that. So hopefully you got the game turned up or something as well. Good play. They sent Genty in motion. The whole defense was like, where's he going? Good stuff. Good play. Fullback Tutty. It was honestly like that play's just so funny because they sent Genty in motion, and I'll go back to college football 25 now, I guess. They sent Genty in motion, and the whole Penn State defense literally like, because you know that they're like, hey, we want 4 people manned up on Genty every single play. And so when they sent him out into the flat like that, it was like, Coach, who are we supposed to guard now? What do we do? Hey, you get a stop and score here. Back in it. Yeah. I'm down 14-0 in my game here, personally. Oh. I'm not kicking a 56-yard field goal. Come on, game. Don't be stupid. All right. I think it's weird that they've got one game on New Year's Eve and then 3 tomorrow. Is that not odd to anybody else? They did the same thing last week, actually. I thought it was weird then. We're back. Good kick there by Dalmas to get that one out of the end zone. We are back in real life now, 14-7 in both my version and IRL. I love the number of people following my Twitter account just to be mean. Like, it's just funny. Josh Pate. Penn State is the only team that can beat Penn State tonight. Okay, loser. Listen. Boise could say the same thing. If you blame it on play calling, you're literally saying, well, Boise beat Boise tonight because of their play calling. Come on. It's football. Was that a run or a sack? I looked up last second there. I just think it's funny. The narrative, listen, this is why it's so important. The narrative is already starting. It's already starting. Boise can't win this game. Penn State's going to beat themselves. It's a sport of football, guys. If Ohio State and Tennessee played 10 times, Ohio State would not blow them out 10 times. I say might blow them out twice, maybe. But they got out-coached. The environment was the way that it was. It happens. In the last 10 years, 2 group of 5 teams have been blown out. That's it. Liberty last year got demolished by Oregon. They didn't deserve to be there to begin with. Alabama beat Cincinnati 27-6 in the college football playoffs in 2021. That's it. Other than that, you had a 14-point loss. Penn State beat Memphis in 2019, 53-39. That was an 8-point game going into the fourth quarter. So that's not a blowout. It's just, I just feel like the narrative is stupid, regardless of what happens. But got the touchdown he needed. And yeah, got to turn it up a notch. On defense, you got to get some stops. especially on 3rd and long. You got a 3rd and 8 coming up right here. You gotta get that stop. Oh. Yeah. I feel like the touchdown is going to settle Boise down a little bit, both offensively and defensively. And if they get a stop here, that would be obviously big. Because Tyler Crow's pumping him up over there with his touchdown run. And yeah, you just gotta believe a little bit. Oh, push off. Did I call that timeout? I think I did. All right. Got to get a stop here. Game's back on. Third and long. It looks like we're going to get some pressure here from the defense. Potentially. Oh. No. No. They're calling defensive holding. I need to see the replay. Show the replay. That was okay. I don't necessarily disagree with that call, but that ball was way thrown over his head right there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I understand why they called it. That's a false start. I understand why they called it, but he did not throw a catchable ball. Oh, shoestring tackle. Oh boy, 5-yard pickup there. Another false start. Let's go, baby. Get it, baby. Let's go. There's your sack. Hey, was this a 4-man rush? Oh no, they brought a blitz. We can't call that a pass rush, guys. Because he blitzed. Gosh, dude. Good sack. Good open field tackle. Good tackle. Great stop. Hey, but Penn State beat themselves with the false start penalties on that drive. It is part of the game. I understand the sentiment, but you false start when you're nervous about somebody blitzing you or somebody rushing you from a certain direction. You don't just do it. Oh, what a dud. Boise is going to get the ball at the 40-yard line. A dud punt. All right. Score here, guys. Come on. All right. Not a great first play. I would have liked some positive yards there, guys. All right. 3rd down and 8 right here. You hate to go 3 and out after a great defensive stop and a shanked punt. But you kind of have the feeling that that's what you're going to get right here. That honestly was not a bad play call there, and not a bad effort by what was that, Bolt? 4th and 8 though. He got his hands on it. He just could not come down with it. Honestly, if that ball was thrown a yard short, he probably catches that. That was an odd punt. Oh, I hate listening to actual announcers. Good run by Allen. Oh no. Yeah, Hassanin being hurt would not be Great. From Egypt. Fun fact. Take it off, bud. So you got 4 minutes left. Penn State's got the ball. They just showed the student section. That guy was not a student. He's the what's his name on Twitter? L something. Uh-oh. Oh, they're gonna call holding. Boise, you gonna tackle the guy? I think this is gonna come back from holding, but that was a pathetic effort to tackle him. Yep. That was a good run. Bad tackling effort there by the defense, but saved by the holding. Oh, I think the broadcast just circled the wrong guy. I was like, "Where's the hold?" But they circled the wrong guy. That's definitely hold. That's definitely hold. What is it now? 2nd and 20? 1st and 20? No. What they do? 10 yards from the spot? 2nd and 8. First down? All another holding. Dude, Hassanein's getting up slow again, and he's probably your biggest factor on the defensive line. So I don't know what the flag was for. Offensive face mask. Okay. Good call. Didn't see it, but I like it. I think it was on the same guy. Yeah, about broke his neck. All right. And you know what? Both times they called the holding on him and they called the face mask on him, and in both situations, the runner ran right by where the flag was thrown. So I actually think it. Sometimes you see holding calls and stuff where it really wouldn't have made a difference, but I do think that it did in that situation. Uh-oh. Oh, that's offensive pass interference. That has to be. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable miscall right there. He literally shut. Okay, the Boise defender had full positioning on that and was basically about to intercept that in stride. Horrible miscall. The announcers can't believe it. Wow. It goes from being basically 3rd and 30 to 3rd and 3. Third down. 3rd and 3. That was awful. Yeah, that missed pass interference right there is a 25 to 30 yard difference in where the ball is at with the 2-minute timeout. A lot of people say refs don't directly influence the outcome of a game, but that could be a 6 to 7 point swing right there in and of itself. Not ideal. And I think Boise got the ball first. Right? I'm almost positive Boise had the ball first, so defense really needs to step up and get a stop here on this drive. Good stop. Oladipo is missing his helmet. And Hassanin's the one that made the play there. So, like I said, he's the one that's critical here. How did Oladipo lose his helmet? I have no idea how his helmet came off. I think he thought somebody ripped it off, but it looked like it kind of just popped. Somebody hurt? Listen, it was a bad way to start the game if you're Boise, but if you can get a field goal here, that missed field goal on the first drive obviously coming back to bite you a little bit, but even a field goal here to make it a 4-point game going into the half would be a win considering how that first quarter went. And if you can keep Penn State from getting the ball back, you've held them scoreless in the second quarter, so oh, what a punt. Go into the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Oh, that would have been bad. Good punt, though. If his guys would have been paying attention to it, they probably could have downed that inside the 5-yard line, but they were not. So Genty, they're showing right now, Genty's averaging 3 yards per carry. And I basically said before the game started, I think he needs at least 4, maybe 5 yards per carry for Boise to win this football game. So he is going to have to bust some bigger runs. Picks up 2 or 3 right there. Ball start. Great. I'm Penn State. I'm not taking the 10-second runoff here because they've got 3 timeouts left. So yeah, Penn State declines the 10-second runoff. Is probably the right decision. See, now's the time when you think Genty might be able to break one out because Penn State's a lot more spread out. Stay in bounds. Don't go out, Madsen. See, Madsen going out there saves Penn State a timeout, and yeah, I don't like that decision by him. He needed to just kind of lower his head. Third and 8, 1:14 left. Oh, Lauder. He got down. It's going to be 4th and 1. And Penn State's going to call a timeout just to keep, I think really just to keep Boise honest here. That's a bummer. Good effort though by Lauder. He broke the tackle and just happened to fall down before the sticks. Not awful. James Ferguson Reynolds just needs to get off a clean punt right here. One that can put them back far enough, and hopefully they will just take this into half. Wait, is Boise going for it? Dude, I please don't. They're playing chess. Can we just punt the ball? You got another timeout. You could send the offense back out there to do another hard count. Dude, that throw from Aller on the first drive of the game, they're showing the highlights of it right now. He's had 2 really impressive throws that have put them up 14-7, but beyond that, their offense, they've run the ball well, but they've stalled out a good bit. Second quarter, Boise outgaining Penn State 68-51. Oladipo getting a bit of a head start on the punt coverage. All right, Reynolds. Good punt. All right, Penn State's got the ball at 36 with a minute left. I have to imagine that, they know that the pass defense is weak for Boise, and I feel like they're going to take some shots right here. Like just straight deep shots down the field. Probably try to score a touchdown. I mean, they can get in field goal range, but I think they're going to take some shots down the sideline here. Throw a couple jump balls. You'll probably get, the refs will throw pass interference. Maybe 15. Oh, what a catch. What a catch. Did he step out? That was a great catch. Odd play. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle. They haven't shown the replay. I guess he must have stepped out of bounds. But Penn State's got the ball at 36, 49 seconds left. I feel like now you probably take a shot or get sacked. Good. That's a big sack. And honestly, kind of gutsy from the defensive coordinator for Boise to bring that many people in a blitz when it's first down and 10. They really only need about 5 to 10 yards to get in field goal range. So aggressive play calling, but worked out. Yep, here's the shot. Oh. Wow. Wow. Boise stays in coverage just long enough to break that pass up. Otherwise, that's 6. On three long pass plays, it would have been 3 touchdowns. Oh, good. I mean, good pass breakup. He brought that in. Good defense. All right. It's hard to tell what the right call is here on 3rd and 12 if you're on defense. Do you sit back and let him pass, or do you be aggressive with another blitz? Because I feel like they're probably still in field goal range right now. Ball's at the 38, so that'd be a 55-yarder. I'd love if Penn State would just set up a field goal right here. That'd be my choice. Oh, good pressure from the Boise defense right there. Aller wants a roughing the passer penalty, but that would be stupid considering he got hit as he threw. Ball was thrown about 5 yards out of bounds. So 4th and 12, and the offense is staying on the field for Penn State. They are not going for this. They are going for it. They're going to call, gosh, man, bailed out by a pass interference. 4th and 12. I mean, it was the right call. It was the right call, but it was very much pass interference. All right. Well, now they got the ball well in field goal range, so they're probably going to take some shots. Here's one. If I'm Penn State, I'm just taking 3 shots right here. They'll probably call pass interference on you again. But the receivers have gotten their hands on it every single time. Boise's secondary is really struggling right now. If they can survive with 3 points here, that's what they need. Dude, if every play that they throw the ball downfield, I'm like, that's probably a touchdown. Man. Oh my goodness. Drew Aller is impressing me right now. I'll give him credit for that. All right. 3rd and 10. Aller's gonna run and get sacked. All right, they're gonna run the clock down here and kick a field goal. So at worst, Boise is down by 10 points. And after the way this game started out, with all the momentum against you, all things considered, this is a really good spot to be in if you're Boise State. Really good spot. All right, here comes field goal attempt. Did he get it? Yeah, he got it. I thought that was gonna go a little bit wide there for a bit, but it's good. 17-10. Or no, 17-7. That's not bad. Not bad. Oh, they missed the false start call on the field goal attempt. Yeah. Sorry, I'm listening to the commentary, checking social media right now. In summary, I got to change the score too. 17-7 at the half. And obviously, you'd like to see it a little bit closer since Penn State gets the ball to start the second half. But Boise came out, opening drive, moved the ball down the field really well, and just missed the field goal. Otherwise, this is a one-score game. That might come back to bite them a little bit because now you do have to get a stop, you have to score, you have to get another stop and then score again to put yourself in the lead or tied in this one. And, and you might not be able to do that in one series. You know what I mean? You might get the stop, score, then they score, then you got to get another, you know what I mean? So, this opening drive here of the third quarter, I think, is going to be crucial for Boise. If they give up a touchdown, it might be hard for you to overcome a 17-point deficit in the second half. But if you can hold them to a field goal or no points, then keep it a 2-score game. That's the objective here on the opening drive if you're Boise. Penn State, I think they're going to keep throwing those deep balls. They know Boise's secondary is not up to par with their receivers. So I think they're going to keep throwing the deep ball and try to draw some pass interference and defensive holding penalties like they have been in the first half. But you've got to stop the run. I think if you can stop the run of Penn State, that's kind of how they've been able to extend drives, is broken tackles, 8 to 10 yard runs with blanking on his name right now, but 13, Katron Allen. So if you can kind of slow that down a little bit, I think that's really going to help. Warren is kind of having his way with the defense right now, though, so you got to figure out a way to get him covered a little bit better. As far as the offense goes, Boise moved the ball well in the first drive. They got into field goal range. Really, it was 4th and 2. I think they should have gone for it, but they moved the ball well there. That was it for the rest of the first quarter because of the fumble. Now, they were moving the ball well until Genty fumbled on that second drive. And then they stalled out on the third drive, I believe, or did the third drive push into the second quarter? Either way, they put together a couple of good drives. two of which had a lot of momentum and kind of just got stopped by the missed field goal and the turnover. So that's how Penn State got out in front in this game, and they're just gonna have to find a way to fight back. What's up, Yellow Jacket? Said what happened? What do you mean what happened? Penn State kicked a field goal. I don't here, let me I'm gonna mute the YouTube TV so that I can unmute you. All right, talk. I can hear you, but for some reason, oh wait a minute. Okay, try now. That's still not. That's weird. I'm trying to. Oh, I know why. Because I don't have the freaking audio source added to the. I don't have it added to the screen that I'm on. Try it now. Great. That worked. Nope, it's gonna work this time. One more time. There we go.
Yeah. There we go.
We're good.
Hey,
We're good.
you might not know ball, but you know technology, and that's all that matters. Man.
No, I don't know technology. The funny thing about the Genty conversation, and I have said all day, this is about more than Ashton Genty, because it is. But what's he at right now? Is he really 13 for 39?
Yes.
That's not. Listen, all things considered, I think the biggest.
Don't even say that's good.
No. I think the biggest slight to his performance is not that he's 13 for 39. It's the fumble. It's the two fumbles. Like, obviously that's out of character for him. But if you've been watching the game, which I assume you have been, Penn State has had like 8 to 10 guys in the box every down. The only drive that they didn't was at the end of the second quarter with under 2 minutes left when Boise was obviously in their 2-minute offense. It's the only time that they were not stacking the box. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, like, 3 yards per carry against a loaded box is not the end of the world.
No, Genty's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But this just shows that there's okay. So first of all, thank you for finally acknowledging that if you have a running back and they load the box, then your quarterback should excel, just like that Lamar comment. But going back to college, this just shows that it is not like everyone needs to get off of this. Oh, it's not fair that SEC gets blah 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 blah. They're not better. Yes, they are. They have better coaching. They have better staff, and Boise's proving it. They are getting outcoached, outmanned. The mindset, the mentality of Boise State is not ready for big games. They are absolutely getting blown up with deep balls. Any team that could actually catch Penn State's absolutely dropping everything. It would be like 48 to 7 right now if they could actually catch the ball. It's coaching 100% right now. Boise State is getting outcoached 1,000%. You're trying to just rely on Genty. If you're getting the box stacked, you need to throw.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you that the coaching has been the offensive play calling in the first quarter was horrific. Second quarter, first drive it was okay. Obviously, I think they should have been a little bit more aggressive and gone for it there on that 4th and 2 or 4th and 3.
Mhm.
But the play calling from that drive to the scoring drive was horrible. I felt like they made some good adjustments in the second quarter and started to spread the offense out a little bit more. Madsen's 8 of 12, 99 yards, averaging 8.3 yards per attempt. So
Yeah.
yards per completion is over basically every time he completes a pass on average, it's been a first down. So
Yep.
I feel like for him, earlier this season against Oregon, his completion percentage was like 42%. And we knew going into this game, if you want to have a chance against Penn State or anybody in the playoffs for that matter, you can't. Obviously, against Oregon, Genty went for 192. He had 3 touchdowns, and you really didn't need Madsen to stay in that game where they only lost by a field goal. In this game, though, they've had a full. I mean, they didn't have a full month really to plan for Genty, but I mean, they've got plenty of film on him now. They've got plenty of film on your offense, and you're right. You're not going to be able to just bully the defensive line of Penn State, right? And what bothered me for about 75% of the play calls that they were doing was that under center play calling with just Genty by himself in the backfield. And only once or twice was that play successful. And one of those was a play action where they got him on a pass out into the flats and he got the first down on that. So it's like, I just don't understand why they're in that bunch formation. They're literally drawing 10 men into the box for Penn State. And I don't know if they're just hoping that they're going to miss a tackle or something and Genty's going to break one out, because that could happen. That happened against Oregon when he had his 60, 70-yard run against them.
Yeah, but that's not good coaching. that's
No.
that's
It's not.
training
And Dirk Cutter is, I'm pretty sure he was an NFL offensive coordinator, former head coach of Boise back in the day. Like he's not an idiot, but at the same time, it does feel like his play calling is limited. So I feel like, I do really think, and I'm serious when I say this, I think that they have the talent to move the ball down the field. What's bothered me up to this point in this game has been the play calling, how they've used Genty. If they're going to stack the box, then at least make them respect the fact that you could throw it to him on a screenplay or something like that, or get him into the passing game a little bit more. Or if you want to set up a passing play, like maybe put him in the slot or something like that. Marshall used Rasheen Ali like that a little bit when he was there. So they're not really mixing up the play calling, and maybe they're saving it for the second half. But to me, that's been the biggest disappointment so far from the Boise State side of things, is their offense is just, the play calling has not been great. They've moved the ball well on, I'm going to say 2.5 drives. The Genty fumble ruined a drive that had a lot of momentum with it, and I think was going really well. But the missed field goal hurts, because I don't think that, we're not having any sort of negative conversation right now, really, if it's 17-10. I don't think.
No,
But
but if you had better coaching, if it was, a team that's used to being in big games, then it would be a totally different situation. But you can tell that the mentality and the coaching right there is just, it's not up to Big Ten SEC standards. And that's just true. Boise State was hoping to get a hot or warm weather team to come into, because they're in Boise, right?
for this game,
Yeah.
no, they're in Arizona.
Where is it? Oh, okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure the Fiesta Bowl is a dome, right?
Yeah, so
it's a dome. They're in a dome, bro.
They were screwed anyway. They, to be fair, they should have played in the first round and they would have got eliminated. It's not because of their talent. Genty is amazing. And obviously the quarterback Madsen can do some stuff when, you're playing against man defense. Like any good quarterback should be able to beat man defense in college. So it's 100% coaching staff. The only way you can start this whole conference, like the argument of, well, conferences shouldn't matter is if you get better coaching in the smaller conferences.
But that's
Then
the thing is you don't have it to the level of depth that you have it at the top level. I understand that, and I'm not trying to argue that. I'm not trying to argue that about the talent even. But you have a guy like Curt Cignetti and his entire coaching staff that went into the Big Ten and had a literal record-setting season for Indiana in year one. Like, never been done before in the history of the program. He comes in there 3 years out of the FCS and does that at Indiana with a group of 5 majority starting lineup.
yeah, I'm not saying anything about talent.
I know, but I'm
Cignetti
saying like the coaches
is one of
exist
the
there too
only-
because that's where they poach the coaches from. Like it is that like the power conferences. Like yes, there is shifting in coaching staff at times between schools. Like Lane Kiffin and whatnot. Those guys moving around, but for the most part, you see these teams have crap seasons. They fire their coach, and then in a lot of cases, they're hiring group of 5 head coaches, and those group of 5 head coaches bring quite a bit, if not all of their coaching staff with them up to that next level. And so, but as far as the depth of that coaching, that elite coaching ability, obviously it doesn't extend all the way through the conference like it might in the SEC or the Big Ten. But I think it exists there. And that's why I think when you look at the teams that do have really strong seasons in the group of 5, like I'm shocked truly that Charles Huff did not take a Power 4 job even after going to Southern Miss, because I think that he could. He's got the ability to recruit. He's obviously got the ability to use the talent and put the pieces together the way he needs to, which I would argue is kind of more important these days anyways, is knowing how to piece together talent and then get good play callers around you. But he ended up at Southern Miss. But I do think like you got Rich Rod back at WVU now, and I think he's going to succeed there. I just think that where's Jeff Brom at now? Louisville? You might not know the answer to that. I know you're more of an NFL guy.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is, like, when these Power 4 teams go 6-6 and they fire their head coach, they're not. In some cases, they are hiring coordinators from another Power 4 school, but oftentimes they are also hiring head coaches from a group of 5 school that had a very good season. So yes, Boise is struggling right now, and I don't like the offensive play calling at all. Their secondary is not good. That was no secret going into this game. But outside of those 2 areas, which are important areas, obviously, I feel like they have done a good job of managing this game, and they're not out of it. I think if Penn State scores a touchdown on this drive, it's going to be a long road in the second half. But
and to your point with Cignetti, I think if you give him 3 more years and they continue to make big games, then that mentality will be there finally, where they can actually play a playable game in a big atmosphere. I think Boise State is out of their league right now because they've never been here. Like this team or this coaching staff has never been into anything like the Fiesta Bowl. Like the mentality, you can tell, like from that first from that field goal miss, like you could tell that this game is bigger than them at the moment. Now if he's a great coach and he goes into that locker room and calms those kids down and all that, then hey, great coach.
yeah,
But
I think he did in between quarters. I think you noticed a shift in between the first and second quarter, and obviously I think they ended up still outgaining Penn State, or it was close in the second quarter, and obviously outscored them in the second quarter. It seemed like the nerves really went away after that initial 14-point spurt from Penn State, which you can't really afford to have with a team that has a good defense like Penn State does. But you could sense the nerves early on, and I feel like those have kind of gone away now. But Boise, of all the group of 5 teams, Boise they're undefeated in the Fiesta Bowl. They've been here 3 times in the last 17 years. Most recent was 2014. Obviously, different coaching staff,
long time ago.
different players.
That's 10 years ago.
I understand that, but Penn State, do you know Penn State did not make a single playoff appearance in the last 10 years?
Yeah,
now,
they're Big Ten, baby. That's all that
I
matters.
know they're Big Ten. I also think that last week goes differently if they don't have home field advantage in the freezing cold weather against Dallas-based SMU. But regardless,
No, you're right about that. That's for sure.
regardless, the program of Boise is not afraid of the moment. They've been in the moment before. It's what they're known for. If I do think you'd see a little bit longer of an adjustment period with the nerves if it were somebody else in the situation. But and obviously, in another year, it's probably not going to be a situation where they get the bye in the first round and they're going to end up playing on the road somewhere. And that we saw last week, every road team lost. So I can't wait for the narrative next year when it's they didn't win. It's like, well, no road team won. So what do you want?
Yeah, no, 100%. No, and like I said, Gentry's amazing, but they are trying to lean on him more than anything else, and that's not good. But next year, they're gonna have these way better recruits than they probably ever had in one class, and
we'll get some good transfers for sure.
Yeah, so they'll if the coach is good, they will continue their upwardness, and they'll join the Big Ten and Mountain West and all that will be trash.
Yeah, they're joining
like
the
usual.
Pac-12.
Oh,
No, I think
that's trash.
the other thing is I don't think James Franklin is a great coach. If James Franklin were a good coach, they would have broken this game open 3 drives ago. Like Penn State, I think that's been what's crippled Penn State has been their coaching. Like he has not coached well in big games. They win when they're favored, but when they're not, they don't. That's Penn State. So
James and Franklin, the quarterback's playing 3 flies up right now, dude. He's just like Matt said. He's just lobbing it up there, just like they're playing again. It's crazy. Like you got
that's true. They're running the ball well. Penn State's running the ball well right now. They're getting big gains on the ground, but then Drew Aller, I will say he might be a better quarterback than Will Howard just based on the eye test because Will Howard does not impress me that much. I said that when Ohio State played Marshall, and even still, Will Howard's got a much better talent around him than Drew Aller does. And
the QBs in college right now, this for like the top ones this year have all kind of been real terrible. If you think about it, when Shador is supposed to be one of the best ones, like you guys are not doing well in the QB area.
I just, is he supposed to be?
Not.
I don't know.
He shouldn't be. He even if you're saying like he shouldn't be. He shouldn't even be a first overall pick or second overall pick. And it's I don't know what that it makes no sense, but whatever, because whoever's the first pick overall, like the Giants or whatever, they're going to be terrible for years to come anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Penn State, somebody in the chat pointing out that Penn State did almost lose to Bowling Green at Penn State this year. That is correct. 34-27 was the final. They intercepted the ball on the final drive for Bowling Green to seal the deal. I was at a wedding watching that one. So,
yeah,
rooting for Bowling Green there.
Really shows how bad Boise State is then.
Yeah. So,
and how bad SMU is.
Penn State is susceptible, I think, and it's not a horrible matchup. It's just right now they've got to do better on offense with play calling. I think Bowling Green, if I remember correctly, Pat can correct me here, but Bowling Green was much more of an air raid passing than Boise. So obviously different dynamics of how you can move the ball with that, but I think they're going to have to lean on Mattson in the second half, really, especially the third quarter here to try to get things going. But
honestly, just to open it up for Genty so he can try to break one. Because it's not just 13 rushes, it's more than that, because the other guy that's actually scored has ran too, and it's just like you gotta open up, like you gotta make them fear the throw at least.
Yeah, it was so they've thrown 12 times, and I think they've run 15 times. If you don't include any sort of like scrambles or sacks, like it's been Genty's got 13 runs, Dubar has 1 run on the third down and 2, and Crow had the run on the touchdown play. I don't think there's been any design QB runs. So if Mattson has recorded a run, it's probably been a scramble, and then he's 8 for 12 passes. So I mean, to be honest with you, just saying that out loud, 12 passes, 15 rushes, fairly balanced in terms on paper run versus pass. What has not been balanced is the formations. Like, it's very obvious when Boise plans to run the football up the middle with Ashton Jeanty, and I hate it. So, got to get a little bit more creative. Well, and that's the thing is, if you get out of that bunch formation and get into like a trips or something like that, where you actually spread out the field and make the Penn State defenders commit to the guys outside the hashes, to me, you're giving Jeanty a much better opportunity to find a hole. Like, a linebacker is going to have to pick a gap in the offensive line, and Jeanty can pick that gap or the one that's open and potentially bust out a big play. So to me, they've really got to spread stuff out a little bit more on off. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Going back to Huff real quick, I think the fact that I think this is, just me thinking, but I think it has to do more about, it's not that he can't coach there and that he's not a great recruiter and all that. I think good teams see what he does to the teams he leaves, and they're like, why would we want that?
They've wanted it all the other years, I guess. They interviewed him, but
but how true is that? Because if he truly interviewed, then he would have been gone. I
don't think he was massive. I think, like, for example, Virginia Tech was a big one. I think he was interviewing for that one, and they picked Brent Pry over him. Which,
man, I think they deep dive on him, and I think he's the skeletons in his closet truly do come up.
All right, Matt's in here. He's muted. You guys are welcome to talk. Penn State third. Oh, he missed it. All right. 3 and out to open up the third quarter.
What are you doing, dude?
For the Boise State defense? Yeah, Warren's going to be a beast at the next level, probably. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And wow. Honestly, that was just a really bad throw from Drew Aller because he was wide open. He was wide open, and he was open for about 3 solid seconds in the middle of the field, and Aller just overthrew.
Yeah.
He still probably could have made that catch, but
yeah, he definitely, it hit his hands. He should have caught it, but still.
Usually is my logic.
Yeah. I mean, I would have one-handed it easily. But,
yeah, for sure. You can jump higher if you use one hand.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Matt's just so mad over there. He doesn't want to unmute. He's tired of me because I'm literally the only Penn State. And I want you to know, the only reason I'm so hyped on Penn State is because everyone in your chat is all about Boise State. So I have to play devil's advocate.
I'm not afraid of people playing devil's advocate. You guys can't have false starts. I'm also not afraid of
the third one they've had too.
If they end up losing this game, I stand by everything I've said. I think that the group of 5 can absolutely compete at this level. Obviously, certain matchups are not going to be advantageous, but like the example I gave earlier was the Ohio State-Tennessee game. If you play that game 10 times, I know that the result of the one game was 42-17, but that's not going to be the result.
Oh yeah,
I was watching the play. Sorry, but it's not going to be 42-17, and it's probably, honestly, Ohio State probably wins 7 out of the 10, but I would say at most 2 blowouts out of those 7 wins, and I think Tennessee would grab a few other ones. If they played on a neutral site, you're probably looking at 50-50.
Yeah.
So
I think the weather definitely affected them, and I didn't think it was going to affect them that much. I didn't realize. Good throw. I didn't realize.
Weather affects them. Obviously, there's certain plays like fumbles and stuff like that are more like uncontrollables from a game plan standpoint that can shift momentum quickly. A missed field goal and stuff like that. So, there are circumstances that happen in every game that I think can make things get blown out of proportion really quickly. Like, this game had the chance, if Boise didn't respond the way that they did in the second quarter, to get way out of hand. And in some games, maybe it does get blown out of hand. But in this situation, it didn't. It easily could have gone the other way. And I think that's the thing about football and even basketball. It's like, in basketball, you get cold. You might not get cold 28 out of your 30 games, but those 2 games might matter the most out of all of them, and you might go cold that night. So,
yeah.
Or like Warren dropping that pass right there. That's not normal. There's just certain things that happen in games that can really shift momentum and stuff like that. And I don't think that, I know what the narrative is going to be if Boise loses this.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that we're going based off. See, I've been thinking all day because I'm like, well, let's say they do lose. What would I say? And
another false start.
And why, because I'm going to say, well, we can't base it off of one game. And you'd be like, well, Casey, if they would have won, you would have said we could base it off of one. Which is partially true, but I think the biggest thing is the media, the national media, hear me out, they're not learning anything other than what they've already believed to be true if Boise loses this game. So like it doesn't really affect them and their arguments and their plans already with the future of the playoffs if Boise loses this game. The group of 5 already does not have any leverage. Them losing this game just keeps them in the same spot that they're in. They don't gain any leverage from it. They don't lose any because they don't have any. Whereas if they were to win the game, I think the impacts of that are much greater in terms of the unknowns or the misconceptions or whatever you want to call it, because in large part, ESPN, CBS, whoever, those guys do not think the group of 5 belongs.
Well, okay, so
go baby, go!
Just
let's go!
Okay, so I don't think okay.
Sorry, I hope I don't wake my baby up.
I think that basketball can have Cinderella stories because at least you need 5 people to get hot and stay hot consistently through March Madness. Football, you cannot have Cinderella stories unless because you have to have playmakers in general. No, you can't just get hot in football. That's not like if you get hot in football and you have a good team behind you, then that's not a Cinderella story because you guys have talent. But I mean, think about like a Cinderella story in like March Madness. Most of those players don't go to the NBA. You're never going to see a Cinderella story in football because you need actual talent. Like you can't just get hot for those games. I've never seen a Cinderella story in football, and I don't think you ever will. Not in the NFL, not in college.
But like, what are you calling a Cinderella story?
A team that had no shot, that has no stars, getting hot and winning the whole thing.
Getting hot and winning the whole thing.
Loyola, whatever that team is. The team that the March Madness. They've been a Cinderella story before.
Sure, but
I think they're from Chicago.
Dustin in the chat says Steelers 2008.
Steelers 2008.
I guess my pushback there, I don't like the use of the word that we're never going to see something. In March Madness,
football's different though.
No. I know, but like in the NFL would be a more appropriate comparison, but I know less about the NFL. Okay. So he said 8 seed in the playoffs, won 3 road games, and won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, but that's still talent. You have legit playmakers. I mean, you could be a wild card, but you're still better than 20 something teams.
Well, there's only 32 teams.
Yeah, yeah, but you're still in a percentage.
But I'm saying Boise State is the number 9 team in the country right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So if this were and I'm just using this as a comparison because it's what we, it's what our sports world knows as comparison points. In March Madness, that's the equivalent to being the number 1 3 seed. Right? In the NFL, I don't know off the top of my head how the playoffs are set up there, but I would assume that being number 9 would not directly get you the 9 seed. You'd probably get a little bit higher with that. I'm just saying, like, we're not talking, whereas Clemson is actually like number 16 and they're in the college football, or they were before they lost. They're in the college football playoffs as number 16 team. I understand that argument if you've got a group of 5 team that's like number 24 in the country and they just happen to be the top, the 5th ranked conference champion that sneaks in as the 12 seed. I understand that point. Then you're going to say, well, that 12 seed's probably not going to make the run in that situation. However, I will say, now this year the 5 seed was Texas, and I just, Texas matches up well defensively against a lot of people, obviously. Clemson, I think that was one of the closest first round games we had, was actually the 12 seed versus the 5 seed. But if let's say the 12 seed does pull off the upset in that game, the 4 seed is arguably, right now as it stands with the setup that they have, with it being Arizona State, that's a much easier matchup than if you were to have a better seeding elsewhere in the bracket. But for Boise, I really think if they can come back and pull off this win, and this is a big throw down the field from Aller. Oh, he should have picked that off.
They can't. Dude, these corners are not good.
So, Boise State, if they win this game, okay, to me, truly, and I wouldn't have said this throughout the year, because Penn State, I think, put together their best game against. They put their best game together against SMU last week that they have like all season. I have not seen a more complete game from them all year than last week. And the way they started out this game, I thought we were going to see that again. Oh, you can't miss that tackle.
Also, if you're going to call the 8th seed wild card Steelers a Cinderella story, then you have to call the Packers of 2010 a wild card or a Cinderella story, where they had Hall of Fame Aaron Rodgers, and because they were wild card 8-2, and then they beat everybody, including the Steelers, in the Super Bowl. So it just doesn't make sense to me, like that. Football, like, first of all, I think another reason we'll never see a Cinderella story is because there's just not enough teams in the playoffs. Like, basketball has 64 teams to start off?
68, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's you have 68 teams. Team 68 could get hot. 5 players could get hot on that team, and then they can, make a deep run.
But if they don't, you don't expect them to anyways, and nobody ever complains about, oh, well, we left out the 69th team for that. Like, nobody, you know what I mean? Like, nobody actually cares. And that's why I think the whole argument is so stupid, because, Kirk Herb, all these guys, Josh Pate, Kirk Herbstreit, all these goofballs that were being total jerks to everybody on Twitter for the last 2 weeks about, well, Alabama and South Carolina and Ole Miss got left out. These 3-loss SEC teams that play in these superior conferences, they got left out for Indiana, SMU, and Boise State. Okay, and Clemson. Like, we've got to change it now. If you want the 12 best teams, or do you want 12 teams? And they basically said you're a fringe college football. Kirk Herbstreit literally said this, quoted, "You're a fringe college football fan if you like the current setup as it is." And then what happened? Alabama loses, South Carolina loses, Ole Miss plays Duke in a couple of days. They probably won't lose that game. Miami of Florida, who was leading the ACC all year, they lost their bowl game. So literally 3 of the 4 teams that were on the outside of the playoffs looking in have already lost their game. And it's like, so you're gonna raise all this crap and be total jerks to everybody and try to create this narrative. Or, well, instead of letting that 11th team in, we really should have let the 12th team in instead. Like, they didn't stand a chance. They've already lost 3 games this season. And if they would have played in a championship game, they would have lost a 4th game before the playoffs. But the only reason that they're a 3-loss team is because they didn't play in their conference championship game. So I just think the whole argument is stupid. Like, stop complaining about the teams that were left on the outside looking in. I think it's better to have access for, and I'm not saying access for everybody. I think a lot of Group of 5 fans would probably disagree with me when I say that my ideal setup is not to give 10 conference champions access to the playoffs, because I do understand that that's a little bit unrealistic. 9-4 Jacksonville State does not deserve to be in the college football playoffs just because they won Conference USA. They just don't, right? But 12-1 Boise State deserves to be in the college football playoffs. And in all honesty, the FCS model allows for this. I think 10-3 Marshall and 10-3 Ohio this year, and then 11-2 Army had good enough like seasons to where you could say, you know what, they actually belong in this thing too, for the sake of us having some diversity of the teams that are in this thing. Because why would we invite Alabama every year if they're going to be the 12th seed and we don't really think they're going to win the whole thing? Then put some different teams in it.
You got to have players to play in the college football playoff, man. Come
If
on.
we were in the playoffs, they would not have entered the portal. You don't enter the portal when the national championship is on the line unless you're a backup that's looking for somewhere else to play.
I just had a throw shot.
But no, what I was trying to say earlier was if Boise can win this game, which Penn State's putting together a good drive right now. Stop. I think Notre Dame is going to beat Georgia without Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, as we all know, they've been hot. They have been very hot, but they also lost to Northern Illinois this year. So, and Marshall beat Notre Dame in 22. Cincinnati beat Notre Dame in 21. Like, they are not immune to losing. That's got to be holding. Okay, it's a sack. Good. My point is, you said Cinderella run's never going to happen, which I do understand the perspective that you were coming from. But in a situation like this, where Boise State's the number 9 team in the country, first of all, you might even say we really shouldn't even be calling them a Cinderella at that point. But even we are. So as a 3 seed with the first round bye in the playoffs, they're playing against Penn State right now. To me, Penn State is the hardest opponent left on this side of the bracket. Notre Dame is very susceptible to losing to anybody, really, but I think they're hot right now and hot enough to beat Georgia. But I don't think that's going to mean that they're going to dominate Boise. And then if Georgia beats Notre Dame, you're still looking at a Georgia team that doesn't have Carson Beck. So it's a more one-dimensional Georgia team that, again, I think is more susceptible to losing to Boise in that situation. So I'm not saying if Boise wins this game, they're going to the national championship guaranteed. But I am saying that I would give it at least a 40% chance of happening. If they win today, obviously. If they don't, then they're out. But I'm just saying a Cinderella run, in the college football playoffs, you're talking about 2 wins. You're not talking 6. If you match up well against 2 teams, you're in the championship. Dang it, Aller.
Wow.
Dang it. Did they call holding? I think they got him for holding on that play. I was going to say, I thought it was holding, but I don't want to be that guy that calls for a flag on every play. So, even though that offense pass interference was definitely missed call in the first half.
I don't know. There was also, I don't know, a really poor, hand to the face holding call against Penn State. I don't know. That looked clean to me, but
What'd they call right there?
holding on the defense.
They did?
Yeah.
What?
Look, that's past 5 yards. That was definitely 5.5 right there. Great call.
All right. Stop. Dude, Drew Aller
that's false start.
Drew Aller has to be the biggest crybaby on the planet. My word, dude. I swear, every single play, something doesn't go his way. He's yelling at the refs.
Have you not seen any Kansas City Chiefs games, or?
Bro, I mean, he's internalizing Patrick Mahomes more than freaking what's his face up in Nebraska.
Oh gosh, yeah, Dylan. What's it now?
Yeah, Ravola or something.
Yeah,
Ravioli. Minnesota running back who went there from Ohio is transferring back to Ohio. Yeah, I saw it. I did see that.
We need to just admit that Michigan should have been in the playoffs because they're taking down everybody.
Okay. I
They
do
beat
think
Bama and they beat Ohio State, but
if
I
there's a
think
team,
Ohio State's fraud.
wow, I don't know. I don't know if they are, man. I think if there's one team that I think could have a complaint right now, and man, the Penn State sideline is getting whiny out there, so you know something's about to be called. Um, BYU probably has a better argument than anybody else in front of them for being as far as being left out goes. Now, obviously, they lost some stupid games at the end of the season, just like everybody else did. That's complaining, but they blew out Colorado the other night, and I'm pretty sure I think BYU's like 11-2. So you had all these 3-loss SEC teams that were in front of them, and they went out and lost their bowl games to a 7-5 team and a 9-3 Illinois. And here's back there sitting at near 20. BYU is like, hey, I've got 2 losses, and I just blew out a team that was tied for first in the Big 12.
See, I don't know. I don't understand truly because it's not the best record with the strongest strength of schedule that gets chosen, right? Like that, it's just not because that's all like I guess opinionated, right? You can say, well, this team's really good, and they.
Dude, Warren is a freaking animal. Gosh darn it. Wow. I mean, that's just him being one of the top 10 Heisman voted guys right there. Yep, that's a catch. Wow. Great play on the ball.
I feel bad for true true Boise State fans. They don't deserve this, but all the bandwagon fans definitely deserve this, in my opinion. If they lose, I'm gonna be very happy.
But again, like you look at that catch right there. What are you gonna do about that? He was covered.
Well, he's yeah. I mean, he's
an
like you said,
he's an NFL tight end. What are you gonna do about that? I mean, the dude was covered and he made one heck of a catch.
yeah, but Genty is a true you can't say that Genty's not an NFL running back. He's got the size.
Oh, he'll be better than Bijan.
Yeah, Bijan's kind of not doing it. I mean, he's all right, but
But
that was the quarterback the whole time. Perfect placement. That might be the best quarterback in the college football right there.
Whew.
How big is Tyler Warren?
Where's this been from Penn State all year? We saw it last week.
He's 6'6", 260? Gee.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, he's big, dude. He's big. He'll end up breaking Travis Kelce's records.
Okay, he needs a quarterback first.
He's gonna make somebody a quarterback. That's how that gonna work. He gonna make somebody a quarterback. So let's see, 24-14, 7 minutes left in the third. Good thing is, Boise's got an opportunity to respond and make it a 1-score game with a field goal or a touchdown, but have a 3 and outs basically worst case scenario. Well, obviously a turnover.
Well, I mean, okay, so Boise State definitely opened the field up a little with that last play.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to hesitate, I think, on because what happened on that play. Somebody put it on Twitter, and I watched the replay of it. They sent Genty in motion again as a decoy. The linebacker dropped down on him, and they were able to sneak Slaughter out. On that wheel or whatever. So they're using Genty as a decoy right now, which
that's perfect.
You don't give him the stats for that, but it's definitely because he is so good that they are able to use him like that, and hopefully that'll make them kind of back up a little bit from the line of scrimmage. So
yeah, exactly. No, use him as a decoy, have the defense kind of fall asleep on him, and then let him break one off.
I would come out this drive and continue passing the ball.
100%. That would be
the most predictable play on 1st and 10 here would still be to run it. I think you've got to convince them that you have shifted to the pass game as your strategy, and then hit them with a non-under center freaking run, please. Don't do that. And if you go under center, it better be a play action or RPO or something. If you hand it off to Genty under center, I'm going to lose my mind. That's my. Chris thinks that a Genty breakaway is incoming. We hope so.
Are you only live on YouTube?
Yeah, I set up OBS. When I did the Oregon watch along thing, it just ended up being a lot better. But I don't have multi-stream set up on OBS, so I had to make a choice. I switched over to OBS because I was having issues with Streamlabs, and I don't have any plugins to allow me to multi-stream yet. So,
gotcha. I like OBS more.
I mean, it's running better, but I don't have all my stuff set up. So, and Streamlabs lets you multi-stream to, I think, at least 2 platforms for free. And I think there is a Streamlabs plugin for OBS.
Why don't you just use Restream? It's free too.
Is that what I need to do?
Restream.io is I think two is for free and 3 or more is like some money.
Dude, Warren, man, that's okay. Seriously though, their 3 touchdowns have been on exceptional throws, and 2 of them were well covered, and the receiver just came down. So,
yeah, because
Genty.
Boise's corners just are not good, man. Like they're
not.
I would say that would be like, okay, if Boise wins and Georgia wins because Stockton comes out and plays insane. I don't even know if Stockton's playing because of that concussion that he got, but I mean, I don't see them able to cover Georgia's wide receivers.
Nick says, are Big Ten fans allowed here? Probably not.
Yeah, Big Ten, Northwestern.
We like to live in an echo chamber.
Oh my God, get out of here.
No, you can. I think Nick's a Michigan State fan.
Oh, leave.
Does it even really count? It's like 2015 relevancy right there. Just kidding.
I can't talk about relevancy.
Yeah, Northwestern.
We were good ones.
3rd and 7. I said you can't have a 3 and out. What are they gonna do? They're gonna come in here and they're gonna get a 3 and out.
No. Good pass right here.
Oh, heck yeah! Was that Caples? What a throw. Larry Capers, if you're an OG of the Boise State dynasty, Larry Capers is on the reception right there.
Who was the corner that would always get burnt on Boise that when you played?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Can't remember his name.
I don't know, but he's getting burnt tonight.
Because, oh my gosh, it was always him too.
Yeah, I know. Kind of know what you're talking about. But come on, boys.
Either that or Navy. No, not you. Yeah, I might be thinking Navy.
Navy had some issues secondary too. So 2nd down and 5. It's a pass play. Beautiful. Well executed. Hold on to the football, please. Sir, blow the whistle. All I'm saying is this game started out like it was going to get a little ugly because of the momentum shift after the missed field goal, but this has been a pretty competitive game since.
It's not a blowout, thankfully, like the first round was.
Oh,
I feel like he's so close to breaking one.
yeah. It's just the issue is he breaks 2 tackles and the third guy always gets him. He just he does he has
that third guy, man.
he just has no room. I mean, even that run to the outside when it looked like he could have broke it off, but he just got that third guy got him. He's so good.
He'll have a good career in the NFL as long as he stays healthy. See, like, I mean, that's a play
Yep.
right there that goes for 0 for any other running back, but I mean, he got 2 or 3 out of it.
Yep.
This is a big third down right here, though. I don't even know where the ball's at. 40-yard line. You got to think this is 2 down territory because you're getting close to the fourth quarter. Your defense has been a little bit leaky in the pass game. I'm thinking this is 2 down territory right here. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that. Prince Strawn, I think they're going to give him the first down there. Good, because I didn't want to have a heart attack. But this is about where, you need positive yard play here on first down because kind of in a dead zone in between field goal range, not field goal range. So let's see how many. See, Penn State right now, they still have 3, 6, 9 guys in the box. And they're using Ashton Genty really well as a decoy to pull that linebacker over enough to get tight ends open. So I like it. Penn State played a lot better against Oregon and SMU. I agree. Well, what was the final score of the Oregon game? They had their best game of the season against SMU. Am I standing up the entire stream? I am. Yep, I am standing. I'd rather stand up than sit down. My back gets tight.
5 for 5 on this drive. 38 yards, almost more yards than Genty.
Good move, Genty. Good move.
Yeah, you can see he's getting there.
That's what I said earlier probably before the game even started. I think as the game goes on, and obviously now what you're seeing is Madsen has made them respect the passing game a little bit because he's been, even though it's short throws, they're moving the ball with these short throws, and he's been accurate. So they're kind of having to be a little bit more hesitant with Genty, and I think it's allowing him more space to. I say that, and then they get stopping for. But keep using him as a decoy.
I thought Genty was taller. I didn't know he was 5'9".
Pretty short.
Yeah, he reminds me of like an Aaron Jones, probably a little stronger. But
Pacheco.
Don't even talk to me about Pacheco.
My wife thinks Pacheco is hilarious. He just
the way
runs
he
like,
runs.
yes.
He's so mad.
Right. See, this is the situation you get into if you're Boise, where you've got Tyler Crow in the game. You just kind of know this is going to be a pass play.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what they thought last time.
Go, baby! Go! There's a flag. No.
Yes. Yeah, bring that back.
Shut up.
Don't celebrate.
On the defense, please. No!
Hands to the face?
Wait, on the defense?
No. I don't know why Boise State still...
Yeah, why?
Dude, the fans are lost.
Yeah, why were the fans still celebrating right there? They called hands to the face on that? That's a weak...
That was hands to the face.
What? Wait, on who? On which guy?
On the tackle?
65 or 62? I must have been looking at the wrong... Okay, I was looking at the wrong person. I was like, there's no way.
The dude's head was snapped back from
Oh my gosh, dude.
The
Well,
worst part is
yeah, no, I just didn't. I was looking at the wrong guy.
the worst part is the fans. That
Yeah,
just show. Oh,
it's 3rd and 30.
oh,
That's a killer right there. You
they
got to
forced
get
them.
you
They
got to get.
forced
I think you need a middle of the field pass for about 7 to 10 yards right here for a field goal.
going into the fourth. Throw up the fours, chat.
Got to come away with points to start the fourth quarter. That's. We get a hook and ladder from Boise here. All right. While this is on commercial, I need to refill my glass of water, so I'll be right back, chat. All right. Listening. Fourth quarter. I got balls. First call I've seen is the WVU call today at the end of the game versus Kansas. Are you saying where they didn't call a foul? I'll be honest. In that situation, I'm not terribly upset with the no call. Didn't call. Oh, I missed the call that got them the free.
In all three phases. It's a two-score game. We got the ball. We got to finish. We got to finish. Make the plays we should make.
Hey,
Thank you.
Bart, you there? Oh shoot, 3rd and 25. They're throwing it up, and it's intercepted. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I'm still here. Oh wow.
Oh, that is not good.
Oof. That dude took a shot at the end too.
I kind of wish that they would have just played for the field goal, like I said. They probably call targeting at the end of that.
Yeah, that shot was rough at the end. See this falls back into the mentality thing to me. Like it's you have 14 minutes left or 15 minutes left, like, and you're just gonna take a shot like that. Wait, it was
What
on
was the
Penn
penalty?
State. It was on Penn State.
For during the play?
I have no clue. It looked like a personal foul. I think it came after. I think it was like a personal foul after. Backs him up.
Well, that might be it. You get a penalty that calls back the touchdown, and then you get a really stupid play call coming out of the break. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate.
And the Boise State head coach, he's kind of like he's been there a little bit, right?
No, this is his first season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
I'd
was the
drop him.
interim to finish out last year, and then they made him head coach.
Yeah, you guys got to find a new one. You got to find a new head coach that actually has some grit.
We need a 3-and-out. I need my meatballs.
Oh,
It's New Year's.
Not yet.
Oh, tonight is New Year's.
True that. Yep. I work today and tomorrow.
What is it?
That's what sauce is on the meatballs?
Oh, it's chili sauce powder.
What?
Grape jelly, chili sauce, chili powdered sauce. You don't get that?
I've never had meatballs with grape jelly now.
Really?
I can see why it works because like a peanut butter and jelly burger works.
It's not much. It's not like a lot.
Yeah, like it's sweet and savory. I get that.
There's a bottle of the chili sauce and then a quarter cup of jelly. So
Yeah.
it's primarily
I just realized you can't have peanut butter
no, I can't.
and jelly burgers. That's sad. You're missing out. I say you try it one time. Just once.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess you'll never know if you like it then.
Late hit. Oh. Yeah, he just totally blew up Genty after the play right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is like, it's not like this dude's popping off either. Like, come on.
They just had to take a shot at him, man. It's
That's
mental game.
yeah.
But that's good. It backs him up a little bit. So turnover would be.
I feel like that's almost like an ejectable offense.
I was just about to say that. I'm surprised that he's still in this game.
Because he didn't just blow him up. He
followed
definitely-
through, man.
Yeah, he like hopped with it. And the last thing you want to do is make Genty angry and have him run even harder.
That's holding. Bro, he was outside the. They not call that? I mean, Simpson was looking for it. Feels like you got to have the stop right here. But I also feel like they're going to go overboard trying to get the stop. Penn State's going to bust something. Oh. Please no flag. Wow.
Yeah, he threw it behind him. There's like no way he could have caught that in general. Go for it.
Good job by Oladipo for slowing down 10 right there. Yeah, that's a good call, I feel like. I kind of thought from the other angle that he had more contact. All right, guys, this is do or die right here. See, dude, this is what sucks, man. The fact that they threw that pick there instead of that field goal, they just came out and got a stop. They'd be driving to tie the game right now. The play calling just so stupid this game. For a guy for an offensive coordinator that really should be used to a moment like this, he's killing me.
Well, thankfully, next year we won't see Boise State there, and we'll see,
Marshall.
UNC. Okay.
To UNC?
Yeah.
Because of Bill Belichick?
Yeah, great coach.
Oh my god.
That's where Chad Pennington's gonna go. Not Chad. What's his name? Lil Pennington. After he decommits from whatever school he just reaccepted to. Also, my son may decommit from or enter the transfer portal, by the way.
Why's that?
He's not happy. He's not happy with what you guys are doing right now. Actually, he saw a video of Virginia Tech's pregame stadium thing.
Oh yeah. I've been to it a couple times. It's legit.
Yeah, he was pretty stoked on that, and I was like, "Hey, but Kelly Green looks so good." Okay,
it does. Can't beat Kelly Green, man.
No, I think he'll forever be Marshall, but that just breaks my heart because it should be Wildcat life in here.
The orange and blue is pretty sweet looking. I'm not gonna lie, but can't beat Kelly Green.
I do not like their colors,
dude. I'm seriously like I love it, especially in person. It was a lot more appealing. Like,
is it orange and blue? Like, is that a shade of blue?
Who?
Or are you talking about Boise?
Yeah.
Oh, Boise State's okay. Their colors are cool. I thought you were talking about Virginia Tech's colors.
Oh no. That's a. How do you say Wildcat? Question.
Northwestern.
Oh. Okay, if they're even discussing intentional grounding right here, I swear, because he clearly that ball got batted, right?
I don't think it got batted, but 88 was pretty close. Except but it didn't go past the line of scrimmage, so shouldn't that be?
No, come on, man. I don't think it matters if there's a receiver in the area.
I'm pretty sure it has to go past the line of scrimmage.
Because if it's like a screenplay, for example, then obviously you're not throwing it past the line of scrimmage in that situation. I think that's bad. I mean, I need to see the replay. I feel like they've been skimping out on showing. Here we go. Didn't get it there.
I mean, dude, that was so far away. I thought it looked a lot closer on the actual play.
Come on, guys, wake up.
Oh, jeez. Oh, this is where they're just mentally they're just gone. This is sad.
Boise State averaged 4.8 penalties during the regular season. They have 10 tonight.
They have like 4 false starts in general. So what are your chats? What team are your chats not going for, but like other regular teams?
Hold on. Genty! Oh. He was one person away.
That was a good tackle.
Great run. Yeah, I forgot Genty needs 130 to break Barry Sanders' record. Or 132, I think.
21 for 85.
What are
averaging
you
4.
doing, guys? Defensive holding. I think they called it, Bates. Chill out, buddy. I think they called it. So a couple of these guys in the YouTube chat right now they're both Marshall fans. Nick's a Michigan State fan. Other guy earlier was Arkansas State. So, I mean, obviously, different crowd here than Twitch. When I did the watch party on Twitch, and I was doing it simultaneously with YouTube at the time, all of the interaction was side. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna do it on YouTube if I have to choose. So appreciate you guys coming over and watching it on this side of things for tonight. Okay. First down and 10 at midfield, basically. Oh, Genty. You can pop that left right there, buddy. That was a lot of grass. Nobody there. Come on. Oh my gosh, what a clutch reception. Prince Strong, dude. Freaking beast. If his touchdown would have stood, this would be a crazy drive right here. Dude. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is an important drive, but if they'd be making these plays to go up, that would be something. There's Genty. There he is, baby. Let's go. Good run. There's just few people in all of football that get 10 yards on that play. He got hit by 2 guys behind the line of scrimmage, hit by another guy, and then carried the other guys. He literally broke 4 or 5 tackles and then carried the last 2 guys 3 more yards for the first down. And I was told that he couldn't do stuff like that against non-Mountain West opponents, so that's nice. Love commercial. Half the sport. Oh man. Yeah, I mean it's 24-14. This has been a back and forth game for about 3 quarters. 2.5 quarters based on where we're right now. Boise State, in my opinion, fumbled their opportunity there at the end of the first half with the man. I mean, you could really point it to three play calls in situations that kind of screwed them in this one. The missed field goal, when really I think you're in more of a position there to go for it and be a little bit aggressive and set the tone. That's 3 points. If you make that or if you go for it, obviously it's a one game right now. At the end of the first half, you had the opportunity. Really, I mean, in hindsight, better just to go into half down 7. Penn State gets the ball back, gets the field goal there. That's the reason they're up 10 right now and not 7. And then the penalties, pulling back that touchdown, and then the interception instead of just settling for a field goal on that drive. So you've had 3 defining plays that are the reason that you're not in a position to tie the game or take the lead right. And there's 11 minutes left, so they've got time, but it still might come back to bite them.
Oh no, the game's definitely not over.
I think you need 6 on this drive, though. I think if you get 3 here and they score a touchdown to make it 31-17, that's going to feel a lot more. That's going to feel like a much bigger gap than if you get 6 here. So,
also, you notice Genty got cheap shotted, and now he's just popping off lightweight.
True, they made him mad.
Yep. Ridiculous.
I also think that they're respecting the pass game a little bit.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Go Madsen.
They got burnt.
Go Madsen. Go down. Go down. Good play, baby. You know what? I'm going to say this and knock on wood. He's bounced back well from that interception. And he gets sacked. Surely they had 12 men on the field right there, right? Or offsides or something where they were running those subs on.
Yeah, I don't want to disagree with that. It looked a little sketchy.
Wow. I'm a little surprised. I think that's the only reason he snapped it. He thought he was getting a free play. That's unfortunate.
Keep giving Boise State their flowers, though, Casey, because we need some Penn State winning. Because every time you give flowers, man, really bites you.
That's PI. That's got to be. What? I'm sure it wasn't. But the angle of the camera when it switched over, it made it look like he had pulled him. No, he didn't.
Dude, the angle looked, yeah, when they finally showed, or when in real time, it looked terrible.
In real time, yeah, it looked like he had pulled him around, if you know what I mean. But
when
obviously,
the defender's stumbling, it definitely was like, oh, that looks like PI.
Yeah. All right, this is where you made a mistake on the last drive. It's 3rd and 20.
Throw another pick.
Just run the ball and center it, guys. I don't understand the play calling. We've had how many, unless he likes it on the right hash, then you can be aggressive right there. But I have not appreciated the play calling when you're in field goal range. Horrible play call. You say you center the ball right there, that crap doesn't happen.
Oh my gosh. Like I said, Boise State fans don't deserve this, but they the first missed, everyone was like, he doesn't do that. He doesn't miss.
He doesn't.
And now it happened twice. Dude, biggest game of his life. People don't factor that in though. Like, big games really do mess with you mentally.
He's had the 3rd most field goals in NCAA history.
But has he been to a Fiesta Bowl?
No.
What's the biggest bowl he's been to?
Don't know, man. But he's one of the more consistent kickers in college football. So,
not in big games. You could argue maybe the most inconsistent big game kicker.
Oh, that's probably it.
Mentally.
I mean, yeah. Thing.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's gut wrenching.
And that's like, man, that sideline's gonna be real quiet. No, I don't know. I think Noah might think I've jinxed that kicker, by the way.
Oh, because you wanted him to join the Packers.
Yeah. And now big games, he just absolutely. But it's not just him. 2 missed field goals, that sucks because that's like purely him, but fumbles, interceptions, just careless with the ball.
Oh, you can't miss that tackle. You cannot miss that tackle. Man. Oh. Tough. Two missed field goals and bad time management at the end of the first half are the difference in this one, right?
If Penn State could actually just end it on this.
Oh, if they score a touchdown on this drive, it's over. You mean they could just run out the clock?
No. I don't think they can run out the clock. But like if they take 3 more minutes off the clock and score, it's just
a field goal doesn't necessarily end it, but a touchdown, in my opinion, does. That's a good play. You got to get a stop here, guys. Yeah, I think they're going to run down the clock here. Boise had a game earlier this year against Hawaii or somebody, Wyoming or Hawaii, where they had like a 7 or 8 minute final drive to just run out the clock. Not many teams can do that.
They need to just find Warren. Come on.
That's probably who they're going to target here. Oh, that's. I think it's.
Man, they are just they're getting like 10, 11 yards, just enough, to give them 3 more downs.
Oh, that's a good first down right there. I mean, dude, the crazy thing about this game, and this is why football is just so. I go back to what I said earlier about it being very just dependent on the circumstances of each game. Outside of the first 10 minutes of this game, Boise has outscored Penn State. It's just, it ended up not mattering because they scored 14 so quickly. But they've
Why are
outscored
they
them 14
leaving
to.
that lineman in?
Huh?
Why are they leaving that lineman in that's limping?
Yeah, probably. They don't need him. They don't need. Oh boy. Every time I say something good, something bad goes.
Well,
Bad
that's
happens.
good. It was a quick score.
Yeah, but there's 5 minutes left.
Yeah. And it's a 3-score game.
That'll do it.
See it, man.
That's and they've got Genty back returning the kickoff now. They haven't let him do that all season. I said if they get down by enough, they're gonna put him in. Oh man. In a game like this, I think you gotta put him in for they're not gonna kick it to him. Go, baby. Go. Oh wow. I got him at the 10-yard line. Oh, not their night, man. Oh, you can't drop that. Say before the snap?
Is that in Boise? Oh no,
No,
that was
not
in
on
Penn.
State.
Roughing the passer. Oof.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he did pop him late.
Yeah, and it was almost like he almost hit him in the head too.
Well, Genty's averaging 4 yards per carry, but I think he needed 5 or 6 in this one to make a difference. Guys, you've got to stop killing yourselves with false start penalties. People are already saying the Group 5 should have their own playoff. I invite you to look at the first round games, scores of those. Dude, what is this play calling?
It's, dude. It's just it's you could see you can actually see the panic of them just trying to make something happen, like the coaching staff just trying to make something, hoping and praying.
Uh, they're about to score another one here when you go for it on 4th down. Gosh darn it. Oh, what's that? Oh, I didn't update the score.
Just sad.
It didn't happen. Didn't happen. I refuse. Fourth and 12. Don't get this. They're gonna run up the score on you guys. And there's an At least it's at midfield, so maybe Al can just run out the clock. Yep, that's GG's. That's right, Dustin. Like, obviously, Penn State was the better team in this one, but it really was a back and forth game for 3/4. If you the momentum swing of the missed field goal in the first Genty fumble that they actually recovered that made it 14-0, that was the difference in this game. It's been 17-14 since then. And obviously, I think this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. The shots that Boise was taking when down 10 points, if you're in the same spot on the field and you're in a tie game or you're up because of not having those early momentum swing points, you're kicking field goals or something. You know what I mean? Like, you're play calling differently in those situations, and you're probably walking away with points. Not saying they would have won, but I'm just saying this game felt closer, I guess, than 17 points. But at the same time, Penn State was never really out of control. That makes sense.
I feel bad for Noah, man. He's delusional, though, if he thinks that this head coach and OC should
No, I think the OC
had
is
a
going to
good
retire
game.
after this year. I think nobody really loves him that much. They like him because of his history there, but I think they've been frustrated at times with calling this, obviously, tonight.
Yeah. But you know what? My Heisman doesn't not score a touchdown, and
They used him as a decoy for 2 touchdowns, man. I don't know what you want. He would have been in the Alamo Bowl. He probably scores 4 touchdowns.
You're all. He got more snaps this game because he was a special teams returner. So
Oh,
that's all that matters. More snaps. Now I'm anti-Ohio State.
yeah.
I'm just picking off your Discord.
Oh, are they talking about?
Everyone's like, because like Josh is trying to get everyone to join the Ohio State side.
Oh, no, thank you. No, I honestly, I like Marcus Freeman. Like, I usually don't want to root for Notre Dame, but I actually like Marcus Freeman as a coach. Obviously,
Ryan Day.
they're going for it. Little turds. 17 points not enough. They're just going to take a delay penalty.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, listen. You just need a touchdown, onside kick, touchdown, onside kick. You're back. That's true. Dang, that offensive face mask penalty was so killer. It would have been 24-21, man. That's crazy. How much one play really can make a difference. Or not offense, it was hands to the face.
They can put Genty at quarterback right now. Just change it up. I'm being told that that the OC's play calling has been lazy all year, and he definitely isn't all there. So Genty could be QB right now. We might see it. Yes.
At this point, are they just going to give up this game and give Genty the ball so he can break the record?
I think it almost feels that way, right? Like he only needs 30 yards or something. They're going to keep
and Penn State's not going to let him have it either.
Good. Make him earn it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I think that puts him over 100, right?
Yeah, he's probably like at 25 now. Well, how much do you need? One something? Oh. How many did he need going in?
He needed 132, I think.
All right, so yeah, he needs 31 more. I thought he needed less. In total, not like dang.
I mean, it'd be nice if they'd score, make it at least a 2-possession game. I don't care as much about the record.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. You rather see the score close so you can be like, P5 team, they're just as good. Or P4.
It's just like these are the type of comments. People are just like, listen. Boise has played their butts off this game, but they just don't have the talent to compete with elite teams. Like, I can literally spell out for you the 2 or 3 plays that were the sole difference in this game. That's it. And I could go further to say that play calling overall was an issue, but I can literally count on 3 fingers the plays that decided this game. It had nothing to do with, because Penn State, dude, I still like, if they go on to prove me wrong, so be it. But I've said all season I thought they were overrated. Drew Aller has impressed me tonight, but James Franklin, in my opinion, is not a great head coach. And this game was decided by mishaps in the first quarter. That's it. There's other things that happened later in the game that obviously sucked, like the time management at the end of the second quarter, touchdown getting called back, and then when it got called back, it got picked off. So, like, you could point to a couple different things there. But seriously, if you take away that first missed field goal or that Genty fumble, just one of those 2 things, I think you've got a different result. But for people to look at a 31-14 final score, if you actually watch this game, like, outside of that momentum start to the first quarter, this game was back and forth the entire time. Penn State responding, Boise responding, both teams going 3 and out, whatever. But for a team, if you're going to say that talent was the issue, then Penn State looked like garbage tonight. If you're really telling me that Penn State had so much better talent, that it took extreme circumstances just to win by 17 points. Like, come on. If you want to use that argument, that's fine. But I'll just come back and say then Penn State sucks, because if Boise doesn't screw up on their own part and have self-inflicted penalties and missed kicks, which you could argue you really had nothing to do with. I mean, I know the moment, but not you as a team is what I'm saying. It wasn't a talent issue necessarily between the 2 teams. It's just comments like that are stupid. I just don't yeah.
I
I
think
acknowledge Penn State played a better game, and they controlled themselves better. They had less self-inflicted wounds. But if you look at these two teams and seriously think that Boise State couldn't possibly win a game against Penn State, like crazy. So, no offense. Anyways, second. Guys, try to score. Stop handing in the ball.
I think offenses are pretty even. I think Penn State doesn't have a good offense, but I think Boise State has a much better offense than what was shown through play calling. But I do think that the lack of defense from Boise State was uh pretty bad. Oh, what a catch.
But I don't disagree with you. Penn State's offense doesn't. Well, I'll say this: I think Penn State has a decent offense. The play call, their head coach, their play calling was not great, right? Like they've got 31 points right now, and I'm just trying to think back off the top of my head, how many of those points came from them starting with the football basically at midfield? You know,
Yeah.
like it's like how many times did they actually drive the length of the field and score? I don't think like Penn State's defense is good, and I always knew that was the case, but like they've got a top 10 rush defense and a top 25 pass defense. So that was never a question for me. But they've got 31 points. Okay. Score,
See,
dude. What are you
see,
doing?
that's a good. Give it to Genty. Give it to
Yeah.
lateral to Genty.
But no, I think if you somehow watch this game and what your takeaway is that the best group of 5 team doesn't belong in the playoffs, then I can't help you take off the blinder. Or understand ball in general. To understand that sometimes the flow of the game just goes the way it goes with extreme circumstances. I'd love to look at the yards gained in each quarter and just look at the difference between the first quarter and every. I don't know how to do that. So usually they show that on the broadcast. Actually, Boise has outgained Penn State. I did not know that. More first downs, more total yards, better third down efficiency. That's crazy.
Yeah. It just goes to
It's
show
just
what
that
you
it
said.
was the turnover battle that won it.
Yeah, but that goes to show, like you said, the Penn State never had to march down the field. Genty's not going to get this, huh?
Oh no, he's definitely not.
He needs to break one, just own. What the hell's happening?
What just happened? What?
I have no clue what just that's what I whispered. I said, "What is happening?"
Hmm. Mm, come on.
It's funny. Noah wants Genty he said he doesn't care if they score. He just wants Genty to have the record and you're out here.
No, no, dude. That's a bad take, Noah. Bad take, buddy.
See, that's a true Boise fan though. He wants greatness and you just want points. Where they are on the field, I don't think he can get it now, even if he broke one. Unless he ran into the locker room or something.
Oh,
Jeez. To the face? How is that
he
not
just,
PI?
dude, he legitimately just like punched his head out of bounds, and it's like nothing.
Clean defense, clean defense. Oh wow. Dude, this is
Wow.
heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. Poor Genty.
Dude, oh well. What you gonna do, man?
Dude, I feel terrible for Genty, man. That's just wow. No points and no record. Neither of you guys got what you wanted.
Can you kneel it into the safety?
Were you just hoping for a safety?
Yeah.
Just make it closer.
I mean, you can't honestly. I mean, I'm gonna say, obviously, Genty didn't have his yards per carry that we're used to seeing from him. However, for the fact that 3.5 yards per carry means that he got stopped, but I think the bigger issue in this game was not him only having 3.5 yards per carry. I do think he needed a little bit more than that, but again, special teams and turnovers. That's the storyline here, if you ask me. So if you fix those two areas, this game looks a lot different. So actually, it looks so much different that run where they busted it out to make it 31-14, if if those things don't happen, that run is probably to put Penn State in the lead for like the first time this game. Because they had outscored Penn State 14-10 in the second to fourth quarter up to that point. That touchdown put Penn State back in front for those 3 quarters combined. They just had a rough start. The nerves, I think, got to them early.
Yep. I actually feel bad for Genty, man. I just, gosh, second all time. It's a great record, but man,
All right. Well, I'll see you later, buddy.
Guys, thanks for hanging tonight. I'm gonna end stream here. I really, I've said it 20 times throughout this whole stream, but this really doesn't change anything for me. I think that if you watch this game, say that this game wasn't back and forth. Like, yes, Penn State had the lead the whole time, game control. I'm not arguing that. They were never concerned, really, that Boise was going to beat them because they were in the lead the whole game. However, it's not like they, on the stat sheet, total yards, third down efficiency and stuff like that, Boise State actually outplayed Penn State. It's just Penn State had better field position because of turnovers and missed field goals. It came down to that tonight. So I look forward to seeing the crap narrative that comes out from ESPN and CBS and everybody on this. But there's nothing you can do about it. You didn't win when you needed to. That's just that. Anyways, guys, Happy New Year. Go hang out.